Welcome to the Tale Keepers, where fear and storytelling intersect. Today's installment features a chilling account of a haunted bauble that is anything but a mere plaything. Brace yourself for the curse of the possessed doll, a frightening story that will leave you questioning the reality of nighttime events. Join us as we delve into the secrets of the possessed doll and unfold this chilling, murky, and convoluted narrative. In the horror tale, The Curse of the Possessed Doll, a group of people who acquire a cursed doll are terrorized. The doll is found at the start of the narrative. At first it seems innocuous, but it soon exposes its true abilities. Thought to be just a quirky fault at first, the doll's movements rapidly take a terrible turn, showing that it is possessed by a malevolent entity. The characters learn more about the doll's past and the true nature of the curse as the narrative goes on. The doll's abilities only increase, which results in the deaths of numerous individuals and heightens the despair and terror felt by the survivors. In an effort to break the curse before it's too late, the characters must confront their anxieties and make painful choices. You'll be on the edge of your seat during The Curse of the Possessed Doll's fascinating and terrifying story. You won't be able to catch your breath as you hear this horror thriller from its ominous opening to its thrilling finish. While attempting to learn the doll's genesis story, the protagonists must negotiate their way through the curse and its effects. They will discover the perils of possessing cursed goods and the significance of doing their homework before bringing stuff into their lives. The characters encounter the evil force responsible for the doll's control as they dive further into the curse. Their bravery and tenacity will be put to the test in the decisive battle as they struggle to permanently end the curse. Will they be successful, or will the curse torment everyone around them indefinitely? The main characters, Sarah and Jake, find a mystery box while organizing their attic, which sets the plot in motion. The doll inside the box, which has lain neglected for years, quickly catches their interest. The doll is petite, with glass eyes and porcelain skin, and looks to have been well made and expensive. Despite its outward beauty, the doll has a creepy quality that makes Sarah and Jake nervous. Nevertheless, they decide to remove the doll from its box in order to examine it in further detail because they are curious about their new find. The doll is very heavy, and as they start to unwrap it, they become aware of how it moves ever so slightly in their hands. Sarah and Jake quickly put their first concerns to rest and say that the doll's odd motions are just a simple technical problem. But as the evening wears on, they start to observe an increasing number of strange happenings. Strange noises can be heard coming from the attic, and the doll seems to move on its own. Its eyes also seem to follow them as they move. Despite feeling more uneasy, Sarah and Jake reject the idea that the doll is cursed and make an effort to dismiss the odd happenings as coincidences. But as the nights go on, the doll's motions become more noticeable and its abilities more obvious, making Sarah and Jake realize they might have discovered something much more sinister than they could have ever imagined. In light of the peril they are in, Sarah and Jake resolve to investigate the doll's origins. To kick things off, they look into the doll's origins and past owners. They find out rather quickly that the doll was produced by a famous doll maker from the late 1800s who was known for making stunning but unsettling mannequins. Dolls made by the doll maker were said to be cursed, and whoever had one would meet the same tragic end. Sarah and Jake learn that the doll has been passed around between various people over the years, with each new owner claiming to have experienced eerie things with it. Sarah and Jake, undeterred by the warnings, continue their investigation into the curse in hopes of finding an end to it. As Sarah and Jake persist in their investigation, they soon uncover that the doll's curse is not merely a myth, but a formidable and hazardous reality. The doll displays escalating supernatural powers, moving without assistance, uttering unintelligible tongues, and even injuring those who approach it. Sarah and Jake find themselves at the mercy of a malevolent entity, fiercely safeguarding the curse. They grasp the severity and peril of the curse surpasses their initial apprehension, despite the fear that threatens to overwhelm them. Sarah and Jake remain resolute and persist in their quest to break the curse. However, as they delve deeper into the sinister forces that possess the doll, they start to question if they will ever break free from the terror that has gripped their lives. As Sarah and Jake dig more into the case, they uncover information about the doll maker and the sinister influences on his work. They investigate the doll's history and the curse by visiting museums, libraries, and specialists in the topic. They find that the doll maker was rumored to have experimented with magic in an attempt to imbue his wares with supernatural potency. Due to this, he went down a perilous road, and the evil forces he had been trying to subdue ended up controlling him and his work. Sarah and Jake's growing awareness of the gravity of the curse and the threats they face is facilitated by their increasing knowledge of the events leading up to their current situation. The more they investigate, though, the more they find a ray of hope, a means to reverse the curse and put a stop to the dread for good. Sarah and Jake, armed with a deeper comprehension of the curse and a ray of hope, embark on a mission to uncover the means to break it, an archaic relic believed to possess the might to conquer the malevolent entities behind the doll. Their journey is fraught with numerous dangers, including foreboding woods, accursed graveyards, and encounters with the dark forces themselves. Nevertheless, they press on, propelled by their steadfast resolve to unravel the curse and put an end to the fear that has overshadowed their lives. Sarah and Jake went back to face the evil powers and finally put an end to the curse once and for all now that they had the key in their possession. They engage in a last fight with the wicked entity that has been guarding the curse, and the outcome of this conflict will determine the fate of the cursed doll as well as others who have come into contact with it. As Sarah and Jake employ the power of the key to overcome the evil forces and break the curse, the showdown is a dramatic and heart-pumping sequence that is full with twists and turns. Will they be victorious, or will the curse continue to cause them and those around them to live in constant fear? Sarah and Jake are forced to pick up the pieces and process what just happened after an emotionally charged and dramatic argument. Their journey from finding the cursed doll to their final encounter with the evil forces is discussed. They consider the lives lost, the individuals who have been cursed, and their obligation to prevent the terror from ever happening again. They want to get rid of the doll without anyone getting hurt so that it won't be a threat in the future. When Sarah and Jake think they have successfully put the terrifying experience in the past, they quickly come to the realization that the curse is not yet finished. It appears like a new, much more powerful monster has formed, and it is threatening to let loose its wrath on the entire earth. Sarah and Jake are once more thrust into the realm of the supernatural as they compete against the clock to thwart the latest threat and save the earth from a fresh and even more perilous hex. When Sarah and Jake are confronted with a new danger, they are compelled to once more investigate the realm of the supernatural in order to discover the solutions they need to put an end to it. They are determined to discover a means to stop the new curse before it is too late. So they hunt for information and knowledge, going to professionals for help and searching through library. Sarah and Jake go out to put an end to the new curse using the information they have obtained. To confront the dangers that lay ahead, they must muster all of their power and fortitude as they encounter fresh difficulties and hurdles. Sarah and Jake must figure out how to stop the new curse and spare the world from a new and even more dreadful terror as the conflict between good and evil intensifies. As Sarah and Jake continue their battle against the new curse, they receive a glimmer of hope. They discover a powerful ally who may hold the key to stopping the curse and saving the world. With the help of their ally, Sarah and Jake face the final showdown against the new curse. The fate of the world rests on the outcome of this final confrontation, and Sarah and Jake must use all of their strength and courage to defeat the curse and save the world. After the intense and dramatic final confrontation, Sarah and Jake are once again left to pick up the pieces and come to terms with the events that have transpired. They reflect on the journey they have been on, from the moment they stumbled upon the cursed doll, to the final showdown with the latest dark forces. They also think about the people and lives that have been affected by the curse, and the responsibility they have to make sure that the terror never happens again. They work to find a way to safely dispose of the cursed doll and the new evil entity, making sure that it can never again cause harm to anyone. As Sarah and Jake look to the future, they are filled with a sense of hope and optimism. They have faced and overcome great obstacles, and have saved the world from the terror of the cursed doll and the new curse. Despite the challenges and dangers they have faced, Sarah and Jake are determined to continue their journey and fight against the dark forces that threaten the world. They know that there will always be new threats and dangers, but they are ready to face them and protect the world from the terror of the supernatural. As Sarah and Jake's story comes to a close, they reflect on the legacy they have left behind. They have faced great danger and overcome great obstacles, and they have left a lasting impact on the world. They know that their story will be remembered, and that future generations will look back on their journey with awe and inspiration. They are proud of the legacy they have left, and are confident that their story will continue to inspire and influence others for years to come. After all the events have transpired and Sarah and Jake have left their mark on the world, the doll still remains. Its fate, however, is unknown. Some say it was destroyed, while others claim it was hidden away, locked away in a place where it could never again cause harm. Regardless of what became of the doll, its legacy lives on. Its story is told and retold, each time a little different, each time a little more frightening. It has become a legend, a symbol of the evil that can lurk in the hearts of man and the power of the supernatural. And so, the cursed doll becomes a part of history, a reminder of the dangers that exist in the world and the bravery of those who dare to confront them. It becomes a testament to the power of hope and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of the greatest evil. So, there you have it, folks. A real horror story that will have you checking your own possessions for signs of possession. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more frightening tales like this one. Until next time, stay scared.